Hey sis, so Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I'm sure you're already tired of all the red and pink decor. I get it. This is probably one of the most dreaded holidays after a breakup, but I want to let you know that I have something fun coming up that I don't want you to miss. In fact, it involves your participation. You'll be able to show love to another sister who needs encouragement, and you'll have a chance to be blessed with some great prizes. So make sure you stay tuned to the upcoming podcast episodes. It's probably best if you join my Facebook group to get the updates. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. I cannot wait to share the deets. So sis, thank you so much for joining me for another Minisode, another reading of another devotion right here on the podcast. We are going to be talking about being wise with your time on today. Can't wait to get into that. But before we do, I want to ask you if you're being wise with your time. What am I speaking of specifically? I'm talking about your time that you're spending on your healing journey. Sis, you do not have to fumble through this. I know it's hard to know what to do, what direction to go in, trying to make decisions on your own, trying to find ways to move forward, find things that bring you joy, and just, God, stop the pain, please. What do I pray about? What do I pray for? If you need help with all of those things, grab a heartbreak coaching session with me. Just go to CandiceABetties.com/contact. Send me a request letting me know that you would like to book a heartbreak coaching session with me, and we can take care of that real quick. And if you're not sure, if you have questions that you need answered, no problem. Book a free 10-minute discovery call where you can let me know any concerns or any questions that you may have so that we can decide whether or not this is right for you. So don't miss out. In order to book a discovery call, go to my website on the services page and you will find the link right there to book the discovery call. Again, it is free, so you can book it right away. I don't want you to waste your time in 2023 trying to find your way in the dark through your healing journey, sis, when I am here to help. So invest in yourself and let's move forward together, okay? So like I said, we are talking about being wise with your time on today. This is such a really good topic that I had to actually break it up into 3 separate devotions, right? So there's a part 1, part 2, and part 3. We are actually going to read just part 1 here on the podcast. So if you want to catch part 2 and part 3, go ahead and get your copy of the book from my website, CandiceABetties.com/shop. And remember, you can always use the discount code podcast10 for 10% off as a podcast listener, but you do not want to miss this. I think we sometimes forget that our time here on earth is limited and we need to spend it doing the things that God has called us to do. I also think we should be spending it doing things that bring us joy and that we should have peace while here on this earth. I know there's trouble all around. We go through things. We have to endure so much while we're here on this earth. Jesus said, in this world, we will have trouble, but to take heart because he has overcome the world. Yet we still have to find ways to spend our time wisely. Okay, so let's get into today's devotion. Today, I'll be reading day 266 from my book, Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Purpose, a 365-day devotional. The title, Wisdom with Time, Part 1. The scripture reference, Psalms chapter 90, verse 12, NIV. And it reads, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Good time management starts with knowing how much time we have available, then prioritizing what is important. When David asked God to teach him to number his days, he was essentially asking God to help him be wise with the time he had left on this earth. David was a man after God's heart. Sure, he made mistakes here and there, as we all do, but at his core, David loved God and wanted to live a life that was pleasing to God. We should pray the same prayer. If we don't prioritize what's important in life, we can spend our time on unnecessary things that have nothing to do with our purpose. Therefore, we should seek God for 3 things. 1, we should pray like David, asking God to teach us to number our days. I don't know if God told David exactly how much time he had left on this earth or not, but sometimes we live as if we have an infinite amount of time on earth, which isn't true. So at the very least, God may teach us to be conscious of the fact that our days are numbered. Then we may treat our time as valuable and use it wisely. 2, we should seek God for wisdom. In James it says, if we ask God for wisdom, he will freely give it to us. James chapter 1, verse 5. We should seek God on how to use our time wisely. And 3, we should seek God for purpose. There's no way we can use our time wisely if we don't know what our purpose is. I'm not saying you need to know the fullness of your purpose, but whatever God is giving you to do in this season is what you should be doing. Maybe you don't know what you're supposed to be doing for the season, but you know what you are supposed to be doing today. Today is the day that counts the most because it's the only day you can live in and actually do the work. You can't go back to yesterday, and you can't work in tomorrow. Time management is something I still struggle with right now, but I am getting better at it. If you struggle with time management as well, pray about it and ask for God's help. You probably won't change overnight, but the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. Declare, I realize that I will not live forever. I will be wise with the time I have left on this earth. I pray that God shows me how to use my time wisely to accomplish the purpose that He has for me. I am a woman after God's heart, and I will live a life that is pleasing to Him. Sis, didn't I tell you today's devotion was going to be so good? It was great to me, and it really made me think differently about how I spend my time here on this earth. And so I just want to be wise and spend the time that I have here doing the things that God has called me to do and leave the foolishness behind. I know I wrote it, but when I went back and read it again, I was like, man, this is so true for life. So I hope you take heed to the words that were spoken on today. And if you enjoyed this devotion, then you would definitely enjoy my book, Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Purpose, a 365-day devotional. You can get it on my website, CandiceABettis.com/shop. And you can use the discount code podcast10 for a 10% discount at any time. I love you, sis. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again really soon. Bye.